Hi Scorpio, this is Becky, and we are here for our January 31st lunar eclipse reading. Now this is going to be a full moon lunar eclipse, and it is going to be in the sign of Leo, 11 degrees and 37 minutes of Leo, which will be pinging across the sky to Aquarius. So this is a very interesting energy. It's a huge energy and a very rare one at that, because this is called a blue moon. It'll be a super moon because it appears bigger in the sky, because the moon will be closer to us at this time. And it's called a blue moon, not because of the color, but because it's the second full moon within a 30-day month period. Now, or 31 day, anyway, within the same month. Usually a month only has one full moon and one new moon, but in January we have 2 full moons, which is very, very rare. In February we have 0 full moons, and in March we have 2 full moons again, I believe. Okay, so for you, Scorpio, this particular full moon will be occurring in your 10th house. So whatever is going on as we get, or not full moon, excuse me, the eclipse, which is just huge energy. This eclipse is going to go on for about 3 months in terms of its energy effects, and maybe even longer for some of you. So that 10th house in your zodiac wheel, actually for you, Scorpio, is your house of career. It's a house of honors, awards, achievements, things like that. So we can expect to get some insight today on the 10th house of your solar chart. Now, if you know your natal chart, you can see where Leo falls and see what's going on in that particular area of your life. But for now, we're using the solar chart, which is your 10th house of career. I have here my trusty Wheel of the Year Tarot, and I also have an interesting deck, which I love quite a bit, called Ask and It Is Given. It is written, or channeled, I should say, by Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks, her husband. He has since crossed over to the other side, but Esther is still channeling a group of celestial beings who collectively name themselves Abraham. You may be familiar with her work, and these are some of the channeled messages from Esther and Abraham. All right, so right now we're going to get started. I've already created the sacred space, and here we go. Angels, we're reading for Scorpio for the eclipse of January 31st, 2018, for Scorpio in the 10th house. Okay, angels, one more card for our Scorpio friends in the 8th house. No, sorry, not in the 8th house, in the 10th house for our Scorpio friends, angels, yes, for the house of career and achievement and honors. Okay, they're wanting, that's too many, that's my fault. Angels, one card for the house of the 10th house of career for the eclipse, and that one is the one. Okay, let's turn over and look at these. Okay, so what we've got now, let me take a look. We've got the Princess of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm hearing is maybe a delay, an apparent delay. Let's take a look at these cards. Now I'm going to make sure you can see this, so let me just pop up here and take a look, and yeah, it does appear like that's in frame, so that's good. Okay, so Scorpio, let's take a look. First of all, we have got the Princess of Wands. Now in other decks, this is the Page of Wands, and it means messages coming through. The wands can be in an area of creativity and ideas, okay? It could definitely relate to a work situation, you know, in terms of creativity and ideas coming through for you or to you regarding your career. Maybe you're trying to switch careers and you haven't heard back from an interview, and so you're trying to think of creative ways to present yourself in the interview, or even present yourself online in terms of an online resume or application. So my guess is you've already maybe done something like that. If you have been looking for a job, you can see this young lady here is looking for a job, and she's got this wand here, which symbolizes a fire energy. So I would have to say she has put in a lot of hard work and effort to, establish this wand here. She's like staking her claim. And you see the letters here? She's sent out lots of letters, and and of course nowadays it's all done online, but it's just symbolic of communication. She sent out a lot of communication, and she's getting back some responses. Some of you, I just heard that in my head right now, that I'm just getting that some of you may be writing a book. If you are writing a book, you've been writing a book and you've requested that a publisher or editor or somebody like that take a look at your work to see about publishing it, you may have been getting back some communication from them. I don't know if they respond in paper letters like they used to, but it will definitely be a letter response, whether it is delivered to you electronically or by paper. Some of you have been writing a book and you're waiting to find out the results of your submission or your queries for that. It could be script writing too. I just heard script writing. She is awaiting something, a development or a communication. She's probably, like I said, given communication, and now she's waiting to receive back answers, okay? And she, look at her. She's waiting very, I would say, anxiously. And you can tell because she's a wand suit. It's full of fire and kind of a fiery impatience, I guess I should say, an impatient type feeling. So my guess is, Scorpio, something is in the works for you. And you've done the work, you've laid the foundation, you've come up with some brilliant ideas, and you've sort of implemented them, or you're about to, or they're underway now. And, you're waiting for some kind of a result in the work sphere. And like I said, it could be, yes, career, or it could just be achievements in other areas of life, or maybe even awards in media. I mean, you could be in the media field, and this is award season, of course, in all kinds of things like the movie biz, the music biz, and various other awards. Maybe you're getting you're up for an award at work, or up for a promotion at work, and you just haven't heard, and you're like, waiting. And then we have this energy coming forth. Now this energy is all as the Four of Cups, and you can see the Four Cups here. Look at this woman. She appears to be waiting as well. Notice the similarities. They are both looking out into the distance. And this woman is sitting at her window looking out, and she looks bored, yes. She looks tired of waiting, yes. She's got 4 cups here. They're slowly filling up with this rain shower that's slowly filling up these cups, right? But she's still dissatisfied in some way. She's just about ready to just, give up, because she's waited and waited and waited. So my guess is, Scorpio, there's going to be something you're up for, and it's going to be delayed. Responses that you may have sent out regarding any kind of projects that you're trying to pitch, whether it's scripts or books, or even artwork. Some of you, maybe I just saw in my mind's eye, some of you are artists and you're trying to pitch your work, paintings is what I'm seeing, to a gallery for a showing. And if that's the case, you're like, hey, maybe even have a literary agent. Maybe you have an art agent. I don't know the official name of those, but who represent you as an artist. Whatever it is, there's going to be a delay, and you're being counseled to not succumb to this kind of energy. This kind of, oh my gosh, I just can't wait another day. I'm going to give up. Spirit is saying, do not give up, dear Scorpio. We know that you feel tired. We know that you feel a little exasperated and frankly just, exhausted by this whole process. And you can't see down here that these cups are filling up. And it creates an emotional sustenance for you when these cups are filled. You are a water sign, and cups are your element. And this is, something that nourishes you. And you think they're empty. You can't really see that down here on this sill. But, you know, as they say, the rain nourishes the flowers to grow. So the rain also is filling up her cups here. So success, even if it hasn't appeared yet, this promotion, this career, this success in some kind of creative project, even though it hasn't appeared yet, that doesn't mean it won't appear, that it's not coming. It just means it's going to take a little more time. All right, you know what, Scorpio, I'm going to take a clarification card on the number 4. 4 of Cups. Angels, we'd like a clarifying card for our Scorpio friends. The 4 of Cups. Angels, the 4 of Cups. There. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah. Okay, now we've got the 8. We've got the 8 of Cups. In the 8 of Cups card, you can see these cups, which represent emotion or feelings, are kind of topsy-turvy, kind of hanging out over here. And she's a little bit stressed, and she perceives this man who, you know, may have been with her before in her life, and now he's walking away. Okay, so what this symbolizes, Scorpio, is that you perceive an opportunity to be escaping your grasp. And you're worried. This is what you're worried about. Oh my goodness, this opportunity has spilled, all my cups are spilled out and tipped over, hanging by in the balance, and this chance I had, this opportunity I had has walked away. It's walking away. I'm losing my grip on it. It's walked away, and it's not coming back. And what Spirit is here to tell you is that is not the case. That is, you've got these 4 cups, and they're filling up with sustenance for you, Scorpio. So you've got to hold the faith. You've got to hold the faith, and that's the big message. Now we're going to check with Abraham. All right, messages for Scorpio regarding the January eclipse. Wow. Okay, that one came out fast. Let's see. Now, these cards have an interesting art pattern. You'll see 2 feet and a sun. How apropos for the eclipse, because the sun and the moon are going to align, and that's what creates that eclipse. All right, here we go. It says here, what if Source, meaning God, Source, Creator, what if Source were standing in my physical shoes? Wow. Think about that, Scorpio. What if God, Source, Creator were standing in your physical shoes? How would God, Source, Creator, the energy of all that is, handle this? Okay, and let's read the message. I'm going to read it to you because it's a little bit tricky. And even for me, my eyes are blurring over. So here we go. This is from Abraham. It is not your job to make something happen. Your work is to simply determine what you want. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and preferences that we have launched. We would consciously feel our way into alignment. Whoa, that blows me away. That is exactly what we said here. It's not your job to make this promotion or advancement in your career or in your creative endeavors. It is not your job to push it and make it happen. It's simply your job to figure out what you want, which I believe you have, focus on it, and stand in that feeling. And that will bring you into alignment. Consciously feel your way through any kinds of fears or feeling of losing out. Feel your way through that. And when you do feel like you're slipping into that, remind yourself that to bring forth whatever it is that is on its way to you, Scorpio, in the area of career and creative projects, consistently feel your emotional state of being and readjust to this one of hope, knowing that all things are working out for your highest good. And yes, indeed, your ship will come in. That is the promise of this eclipse. Beautiful energy. I love eclipses. They propel us forward into new territory and new beginnings and new chapters. And for you, Scorpio, it's coming in career and creative endeavors or projects for sure. That is just what we see. Messages to hold the space, keep your mind and your feeling tone focused on what you want, and then resist the temptation to succumb to getting discouraged. Know that what is yours will come to you. It is your birthright. It's not walking away. It's just a little bit delayed. All right? And it's delayed for a reason. I don't know the reason, but it's delayed for a reason because the timing is just not quite right. But it's coming forth probably during the next 3 months or less. That's it, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'm going to be back probably a little bit later on in the week, or maybe over the weekend, with our February love readings. We'll be returning to those because it's Valentine's month pretty soon. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.